G'day fellas, welcome to the Stringer Collective workshop. Today I'm going to be installing some tank skins on a Breakout tank. Check it out.
Alright, so as you can see, they're a three-piece. There's a left and a right and a console. They're super thick fiberglass, and they're literally skins that will go over your stock FX BRS 18 plus Breakout tank to completely change the look of it. So what I'm going to do, first up, I'm going to key this clear to give the adhesive something to stick to. What I'm using is Sikaflex 252, and basically I just got to put the glue on both sides, on the inside and on the tank itself, and then bring the two pieces together. Then I'll just use some masking tape and mask it together until it cures. So obviously alignment's going to be pretty critical, making sure that the fuel cap fits and that the console doesn't show any of that inside. If that makes sense, I need to get that alignment spot on there. So I'm hoping I can still use the flush mount fuel cap and that it will look okay with the flush mount fuel cap, but it is designed to be used with the standard Breakout fuel cap, so I have no interest or desire in using that. So we'll see how we go and get stuck into it. So that's it there. It's probably a bit drastic. What you can use is just get one of these Scotch-Brite pads and just scuff the clear, and that should be enough for the adhesive to stick to. But what I've done is I've buzzed over it with 180 and have a rub through there, so I'm just giving that a quick spray, and that was a previous repair there. So that is now ready to stick the skins to. So what I'm trying to make sure, so when this console fits up, that's all going to line up. So I think that's going to be no worries. Console goes on last after the paint. Had considered gluing it on first, so that when I do custom paint I can get my lines out from the console exactly where I want them, but I think I can add that later because there always becomes a risk that the clear between the two materials will crack or delaminate. So yeah, I'm just going to mask that up there. Seems like it gave me quite a bit of time to work with it. I'm just going to mask it as best I can to hold it in position so that nothing comes away, but that's pretty much it. What I've basically done is just taped it all together, and that should do the job. So we'll let it cure, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like fully cured. Here we go. It's the next day. Remove the tape. Let's see how we go. Don't see there being any problems. I am going to come along and just seal all this before the console goes on, just so that there's no possibilities at all of any water getting in and trapped in between the skin and the tank itself. Just going to go along and seal it, but we'll have a look. I'll fit it up to the bike today, so you get an idea on what it looks like. We won't be doing paint on it for probably another week or two, but yeah, I'll do another episode on the custom paint for this bike. We'll go chuck it on the bike, eh? Yes! How cool does that look? So I'm basically just test fitting it. Obviously I've got a fair bit more work to do with this tank. I am going to fit up a custom rear fender now, but I just want to show you guys what it looks like. I'll give you a bit of a closer look on what you need to do if you are wanting to remove your tank, and obviously you see the process of fitting the tank skins and then reinstalling your tank. Cool, so what you want to do is, first of all, remove your main fuse. I did not do that. It's advised that you do that. Remove your seat. It's these two bolts here. The seat will slide back. And probably the best way to go about this is to remove the back bolt first. Yours will look a little different to this one. Remove that bolt. The tank will then pivot up. Put a piece of cardboard, like a cardboard box like that one, up underneath it. That'll pivot it up. Then you can get to, there's three things you need to disconnect here. And I'm not going to know the exact terminology for these things. That's obviously the fuel pickup, and it's just a push connect. That's quite easy. And there was, there's that one there. That'll just pull straight down off the tank. And then you've got your electrical plug connection up under here, and it's just that'll just unclip from there. So then take your front bolt off, and that's it, your tank will be off. Cool, so I'm going to go ahead and fit this custom rear fender and start working a few bits and pieces out. So there you go. It's just test fit for now, so that I can just make sure everything's going to work out before I do any paint work. There's a fair bit more to go on this rear fender. Setting that up right, I did set it up to suit
the last rear tyre, and that was a big mistake because then I got a new wheel set and the profile of the tyre was slightly different. So when I rolled it aired out, it did remove some of the material on the back fender, so I had to plastic weld that up. It just needs some fine tuning on that now, but you can see the style of the bike. It's a complete one of a kind. That the tank skins are not from the same company that makes the rear fender setup. So I use various body panels from different suppliers to get a completely different bike that nobody else has. So, and obviously I'll get in there and do the fine tuning and customizing to be spot on, basically. You know, there's always little variations and things that need to be worked on, but if you see anything on this bike that you like, it's all available at www.stringercollective.com.au. Thanks for watching. Good on yous.